CalDigit's Thunderbolt 5 docking station lineup is here, and depending on the devices that you're using, you may find yourself just fine with the Element 5, you may want the TS5, and you may need all the ports and power that the TS5 Plus has. So in this video, we're going to talk about all three of these options and who I think they're for. I do want to say CalDigit has sent me all of these for free to review. I've tested all of these extensively, used them all with my Mac Studio setup and laptops as well. And in this video, I'm going to help you decide what the right choice for your setup is. These all provide power and all the bandwidth you need to keep your computer plugged into external displays. SSDs are really any peripherals that you have. The first difference though is in power. The Element 5 provides up to 90 watts of power to the host computer, and this has the smallest power adapter, so it's going to be really great for travel. It also has a smaller footprint than either of the others. And then the TS5 and the TS5 Plus both provide up to 140 watts of power to the host device, but the TS5 Plus has a larger 330 watt power adapter, and the TS5 has a 240 watt power adapter, which just means the TS5 Plus is going to have more ports that can provide even greater power to the others. On the TS5 Plus, the host Thunderbolt 5 port will provide up to 140 watts of power to the computer, and then it has two additional Thunderbolt ports on the back that will each provide up to 36 watts of power to those devices. All the USB-C ports on the back provide up to 7.5 watts of power, as well as two of the USB-A ports. And on the front of it, there's a bonus 36 watt USB-C port, which is really great if you want to fast charge an iPad with this. And then on the TS5, there's three Thunderbolt ports on the back going to other devices. These each provide up to 15 watts of power. And then all the USB ports provide up to 7.5 watts of power with a 20 watt USB-C port on the front of it. On the Element 5, you get up to 15 watts of power on all the Thunderbolt ports on the back of it. And then the USB ports each give you 7.5 watts of power. And then the side port going to the computer will give you 90 watts of power. These also all include a Thunderbolt 5 cable in the box, but the TS5 and the TS5 Plus include a nicer braided Thunderbolt 5 cable. These also all are technically Thunderbolt 5 docks, but they're also totally backwards compatible with any USB or Thunderbolt device, but the total amount of bandwidth is going to be limited to your host device, as well as the total number of external displays you use with these. These will all support up to 2 external displays with the Mac computer, and if you've got an older M-series chip, you may find that you're only able to use 1 external display with these. On Windows, they can use 3 external displays. Let's talk ports. The Element 5 has a Thunderbolt host port on the side of it, and there's 3 Thunderbolt downstream ports on the back, as well as a single USB-A port on the back of it, and then there's an additional 2 USB-C ports and 2 USB-A ports. I found the Element 5 is really flexible and a great option to add to a Mac Mini or a Mac Studio when you don't need quite as much power, or if you don't need the network jack on it. This is able to do quite a bit. This will also work just fine with a laptop too. If you compare the TS5 to the Element 5, there's one less USB-A port, but there's an additional USB-C port, so that's kind of a wash. The same number of Thunderbolt ports. What's cool about this one is you get the microphone jack, the headset jack, a 2.5 gigabit network port, as well as the SD card slots and the headset jack on the front of it. So this one definitely gives you more ports, although at a bigger footprint. But if you need to have that dedicated network jack, this is going to be a better option for you. And depending on the way that you set up your headset or your speakers, this could also be a better option because you can run this without using some sort of USB interface. But really the main benefit of the TS5 over the Element 5 is the increased power for your host computer and all your devices, as well as the network jack, the SD card slots, and the audio ports. Other than that, the Element 5 for me was still able to get the job done if I paired it with my Mac Studio or my Mac Mini, but to keep a laptop plugged into the network, you do have to use it with additional adapters. The TS5 Plus really builds on the other devices with way more USB-A ports, a couple more USB-C ports on it as well, and it also gives you a DisplayPort, which may or may not be a benefit for you. For me, it wasn't a benefit because I use displays that use USB ports or Thunderbolt ports. So I found myself still using those Thunderbolt ports on the back of it, and I was missing a Thunderbolt port. So this one only has 2 Thunderbolt downstream ports compared to the 3 that the other ones have. But what's nice about the TS5 Plus is it builds on the 2.5 gigabit network with a 10 gigabit. So this is going to be a great option if you're using this with a NAS, because you're going to have faster file transfers going back and forth, as well as all the additional power to the USB ports. And I really liked having all these extra USB ports keep my keyboard, my quad cortex, and my USB interface all plugged in. The 36 watts of power on the front was also really nice for keeping the iPad charged, and a USB-A port on the front is also really handy for keeping older flash drives plugged in. Another note about the USB on the TS5 Plus is it actually has dual USB controllers, which just means it's not going to run into bottlenecks as easy if you're using USB devices. So this is really the best option if you got a ton of legacy devices or a ton of USB stuff that you need to plug in. So let's talk pricing. The Element 5 goes for $280, the TS5 is $400, and the TS5 Plus is $500. I think the best way to decide which of these you need is to look at all the different devices that you want to use with your computer, and also look at the computer you're using it with. So if you're using this with a laptop and you really want to have a built-in network port and not to have to use an adapter, that's when you need to get one of the docking stations. Also, if you find yourself really needing those SD card slots on the front of it, that's another time when you'd really want to get the docking station. Another time you would want to get the docking station is if you need to have more power going to your external devices. For most people, I find the Element 5 still has plenty of power to keep all your different things plugged in. But if you're using this with a laptop that needs to be charged and power-hungry USB or Thunderbolt devices, it will struggle a little bit in comparison to the other ones. The Element 5 is really a great option if you just need to expand your computer with a couple of more fast ports, if you're not as worried about the network jack. And if you want to use this with Apple Studio displays or other Thunderbolt displays, this is going to be great because you have the same number of Thunderbolt ports as the other devices. This one's also going to be a great option if you have a Mac Mini or Mac Studio and you find the ports on it are just a little shy, because you could still take advantage of your built-in network port on your Mac Mini or your Mac Studio. Still take advantage of the headphone jack on them, depending on your setup as well. The Element 5 is really a great simple way to expand a desktop or to add a few ports to a laptop. The TS5 to me is really worth it if you need the 140 watts of power and if you want to have maximum flexibility with more of the Thunderbolt ports on it. And if you're not concerned with having a 10 gigabit network port, then the 2.5 gigabit is still going to be fine for most people. The TS5 is super reliable, works well, has plenty of power to keep everything running. Really, you should consider the TS5 Plus if you don't have as many Thunderbolt devices, but you have more USB devices. If you want that dedicated DisplayPort, and if you want the 10 gigabit a second network port. That, to me, is when you should get the TS5 Plus. If you're trying to decide between all of these, make sure you look at all the devices that you want to run with your computer, your external displays, your network, any NAS equipment that you might have. Look at the bandwidth required for your different devices as well. But you may find the Element 5 has just enough ports to get you by, and you don't need all the fancy features of the TS5 and the TS5 Plus. So which of these would you choose for your setup? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Like this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming content. If you're interested in buying any of these, I'll have links for all of these and my favorite external SSDs and other computer peripherals in the description below.